19. 4x minus 9y equals 9y plus 5, and hy equals 2 plus 4x. In the given system of equations, h is a constant. If the system has no solution, what is the value of h? All right, so a system of equations with no solution. These are both lines because they just have x's and y's. There's no x squared, square roots, absolute values, cubes, none of that jazz. Just x and y, they're lines. So there's only 3 possibilities for a system of equations of 2 lines. They can either have one solution where they intersect, they can have no solutions, they are parallel, or, and I'm going to draw these in 2 different colors so you can see it, they can have infinite solutions. I should have been better with red. Infinite solutions where they are the same line, they are overlapping each other. Now this says it has no solution, so we know the lines are parallel. Parallel lines have the same slope. That's the key piece of data you need to solve this. The parallel lines, same slope. Okay, so this top one, 4x minus 9y equals 9y plus 5. For me, the easiest way to find the slope is to put it in slope-intercept form. You also could graph it and take 2 points and see the change in y over change in x, get the slope that way. That works too. I like putting it in slope-intercept form, especially since I'm going to have, something going on here. I like this. But there's something interesting before I do that, before I get that far. When you look at this here, the hy equals 2 plus 4x. Normally, when we have slope-intercept form, it's in y equals mx plus b. This, we've got an h in front of the y. So there's a suggestion that if I can get this into a format where there's a 4x on one side and there's y's on the other, I won't have to actually figure out the slope or do any math. And because this has a 4x in it already, that seems like a high possibility. So let's get the y's on one side, the x's on the other in this one. Not really worry about necessarily going the extra step of dividing y by any coefficient that's in front of it to get it to true slope-intercept form, but just getting x's on one side, y's on the other. And because this is a positive 4x over here, and I want it to stay positive because this is a positive 4x, I am going to move this y over here and move this 5 this way, that way. Okay. Woo. Get rid of that. All right, so first I'm going to move this 5 over, so I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides. That's how I get rid of it from over here. It's being added. I want to do the opposite, subtract it. So that's going to give me 4x minus 9y minus 5 equals 9y. Then I want to move this one, and this is minus 9y. I want to do the opposite, so I'm going to add 9y to both sides. And then I'm going to get 4x minus 5 equals 18y. Now, if I wanted to know the slope of this line, I would divide both sides by 18, since that's what y is being multiplied by, and that would get me to the y equals mx plus b form, and then I know the slope. But again, so what would happen there is I would be dividing everything by 18. This 4x would be divided by 18, and then I'd have my slope. So in this second equation, the hy equals 2 plus 4x. I'm going to rewrite those as 4x plus 2. To find the slope of this one, I would divide everything by h. It'd be 4x divided by h. So I don't have to take that extra step of dividing both sides by the slope in both these equations and then trying to solve things. I don't have to do that because I've got a coefficient in front of a y on both sides, and I've got 4x. That's key. The x's are identical. Because the x's are identical and they're going to have the same slope when I divide by the coefficient that's in front of the y when it goes through, the coefficients must also be identical. It has to be. Because on this side, you're going to end up with 4 over h is the slope, and on the right side, I'm going to end up with 4 over 18 is the slope. What must h be? h must be 18. So that is going to be D. That is my answer. I don't see how this, how graphing would really help with this one. In the sense of I don't see there's a way to make it faster. Like, I guess you could try to put these in and plug numbers in to see what works and what graphs, what ends up being parallel. I mean, I guess you could do that. I think that'd be really time consuming. I think doing it by hand and going with the parallel lines is going to be your best bet. The answer is D, 18. Hey guys, it's Alyssa, and if you're looking for more SAT or PSAT help, go to mathwithalyssa.com. There you can get over 25 hours of test prep. This is for both math and reading and writing, both sections. They also come with practice questions, downloadable study guides, and more. Links to everything are in the description down below. Leave me a comment if you have any questions about this video or any suggestions for future videos. I'm all ears. And if this video was helpful or useful in any way, please let the algorithm know about it. Like, share, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you later. Bye. And I think I slapped my leg because that's something you do. Why do I slap my leg? Why am I slapping my leg as I'm talking? Who knows? I don't know.